Everybody, I wanted to talk a little bit about being too old to climb, being too old to do the tree work. Well, I have been doing tree work and climbing for about 20 years. I am 54 years old, soon to be 55. I still enjoy climbing, but if you haven't done it for a while and you basically take a few months off and then like one of your guys hurts their back or something happens, bucket truck breaks or what have you, you have to climb or you have to wait and hire a climber. So the last 2 days I've climbed a little bit, not big jobs, but it is over 90 plus, 95 degrees, 98 degrees in Florida, very humid. And I think a lot of it is just getting started early. And then also too, of course, the job, depending on the difficulty of the job. The first day I had to climb 2 sweet gums. One of them wasn't really big enough to climb, so I basically tied into the bigger one and then swung over to the smaller one, and they weren't too far apart. The thing is, I haven't climbed for a while, so all my gear is not quite the same. My other climber took some parts off that, and then my everything's a little bit different than what I'm used to. So I have a newer system, and it's kind of frustrating if you haven't climbed for a while. You're not in as good a shape, you're older, and then your gear, you're not used to your gear. So I think it wouldn't have been so bad if I was used to my gear and everything was in place. I didn't have to finagle things around, because when you're up in a tree and you're trying to figure out where your gear is, where this is at, and you can't focus on what you need to focus on, it's very frustrating. So I don't think it's not necessarily being older. It's just, I think if you climb every day, like when I used to climb all the time, it didn't really bother me because I was used to my gear, I was used to my setup. I knew exactly what I needed to do to get the job done. And now that I'm a little bit older, I'm heavier, and my gear is not how I like it, which I'm going to go through and change a few things to make it a little bit easier to work with. But I think you can climb when you're older, but the most important thing is to climb consistently. Don't take a couple months off, or a year off, or 6 months off, and then think you're going to go right back up in the tree and basically do everything you used to do and not be sore or not be winded or not be wore out after a couple hours of climbing. So I still enjoy it and I actually look forward to it. It's just, you have to prepare and make sure everything is like exactly how you want it to be. Have all your gear set up, have your rope set up, have your rigging set up. Also have your carabiners you need, have every single thing that you need at your fingertips, because if not, also to your saw, make sure your saw is gassed up, make sure it's running correctly, warm it up. Just do all those things. Prepping, I think, is more important, especially when you get older and you don't have the I guess, what would you call it, the endurance. You just don't have the endurance. Like once you're hanging up in a tree, and also too, you have to make sure your boots, your saddle, everything is comfortable, because as you get heavier and you get older, those things start to bother you even more. So your feet will start hurting, your gaves will start digging in. Your depending on what kind of saddle, your saddle will start digging into you, start digging into your hips. You'll be trying to pull your saddle up and try to get comfortable. I also try to tie in as soon as I can, so I'm not sitting as much weight on my hooks. If you can get in somewhere, go up top, tie in, and get that weight off your feet and get in a position where you're comfortable. I've been doing a lot of bucket work and haven't been doing a lot of climbing, but the last couple jobs we couldn't get the bucket to. I don't have a spider lift, and even sometimes it's just more efficient to go in there and climb, because sometimes you can't get a spider lift or anything in there as well. So anyway, I was just figured I would make a video about getting older, getting in your 50s and still being able to climb. I think it's doable, it's possible. You just have to make sure your preparation is flawless and everything is in place. And also too, you have to pick and choose your jobs, because I don't think I can be in a tree all day like I used to. Like my max is like 2 or 3 hours and I'm done. So if you have everything in place and you have all your tools, you're going to be able to get in and out of the tree faster. So that's all I have. I just thought I'd share my thoughts and see if any other guys are getting up in age and still climbing, and what gear you use, and any tricks of the trade that you would recommend. Like I said, I usually have a climber climb for me. I still do a little bucket work, but sometimes guys get hurt, they get sick, and you got to fill in for them. So what are you guys doing to prepare? Do you guys still climb? What do you guys do? Any suggestions? Let me know in the comment section, and I'd like to discuss it. All right, this is Roger with Tree Life Tree Service, over 25 years experience, going out on limb for you. Have an awesome day.